We all want our videos looking crystal clear, slow motion, that's super buttery smooth. I'm going to show you how I do it in this video. Stick with me, this is going to be a quick one. Right guys, at the end of this video, I'm going to leave some before and after video shots. Just check them out yourself and you can see the difference and make your own mind up. So enjoy the video. So you saw the intro, guys. What are we talking about today? We're talking about Aiarty, another one of their apps that I use on a regular basis. Now, I deal a lot with, at the moment, AI generated images and video clips, and the problem we have is they only export at 1080, if you're lucky. Now, some platforms are now adding 4K, but again, they are just using upscaling to upscale the 1080 to 4K, and they're probably going to charge you extra credits for doing that as well. Now, we've got a workaround for that. It's a one-off payment, and like I said, we're talking about Aiarty Video Enhancer. Now, this software, I've been using it a while. They reached out to me, quite a few months ago now, and I was hooked. I have been using Topaz in the past, but the problem with Topaz is, while it's on par with this on some things, it does slow down your system a hell of a lot. So I find that if I'm editing in Final Cut Pro and I want to do a slow motion or an upscale, this software just doesn't cut anything that's got the low frames per second. And it's same with the upscaling. It all it does is stretch the image out. It doesn't add anything to it. So the results are not as good as you expect. I'm just going to show you quickly here. I've got this AI generated piece of footage here, and I'm going to play it. It looks okay, and it looks okay on your phone. But if you look at the eye, it's just not super clear once it's been upscaled. Now, this video file here has been through Aiarty, as you can see here, and just look at the eye now. The quality you get from it is absolutely amazing. Right, okay, so we got another file here. I'm going to show you it all in Aiarty. But before we do that, I just want to show you the pricing. Now, like I said, there is other platforms out there you can use, but they do work out hellish expensive. We're looking at $300-400 or more, or some platforms might charge you credits, whereas with Aiarty, it's a one payment option. Let me just show you the pricing. We've got a standard license here. If you want to try it for a year, $79, which is around about the £65 marks, and you've got this for 1 year. One Mac, good enough for most people, free unlimited updates for a year, guaranteed money back if you're not happy, etc. But the best one to go for as well with 30% off is the $165 lifetime license. Now that gives you access to using this on 3 Macs or PCs if you're a PC user. Again, all the other things there. And also a free gift of AI Image Enhancer. I'm going to leave a link to that video as well. I've just done one on this software as well. These two platforms, they're priced right. There's no credits to use, no nothing. You buy it and it's yours for life. It's as simple as that. Now, what are we getting with this? Now, look, let me just go here. We've got the video denoise option. We've got deblur, which I've just shown you in the Final Cut Pro video I am doing. Text to details, we had that, and we've got the slow motion option, which I said was a big one for me because I find Final Cut Pro cannot do the low frames per second into something that's usable without any jitter. Now, let me just show you quickly. We've got this piece of footage in here. Now, this has been slowed down from, it's been slowed down by half. It was a 24 frames per second file, and now we've got it looking buttery smooth, slow motion. It just does a really good job at the interpolation, I think I'm saying that right, of any of your footage. Some of the features you can use, let me just go into the app. Let's go to this file here. Now, it's going to generate a preview for me, and I'm going to show you quickly. We've also got this screen recording. I've also got Final Cut Pro running. I'm running on an M1 Mac at the moment, 16 gig of RAM. And there we go before. Not a bad image. It looks fine, but once it's gone through the details with this software, we're going to go from a 1080, 1088 file up to, let me just check, let me just go to the output, let me just add that add task so we can see here. We're going to go from the 1920, 1080 file up to 4K. So we've gone up by 2 times. We're going to keep the frame rate the same on this one. But again, I can start this running. We're going to click apply, and then we're going to go to export. It's going to start doing this. Now, if I was running this through Topaz, that would be me done for the next half an hour or so, however long it takes. I can't do anything on the PC at the same time. But with this software, like I said, I'm recording a screen. I've got Final Cut Pro open, and everything still runs fine while that's working in the background. And just look at this file here. I'm going to try and find the before and after. The denoising is really amazing. Look, I could show you this all day as well, but try it out yourself. I'll leave the links down below to this software. You're going to be definitely amazed with what it can do. Again, an amazing job it will do. Now, it also has the ability to fix audio if we've got microphone noise, environmental noise. The differences are just amazing. Again, I'll leave these links here. You can have a try of it yourself. I'm just showing you the features I use today, which are the upscaling and the slow motion. These are the ones I want to use the most because these sort of files, they can look a little bit shady when you first get them until it's gone through this software. So this is, it's going to take me, it's got 8 minutes remaining. That's probably as well, like I said, because I'm using the other 2 functions at the moment, but it's usually got this done in about 5 minutes and it's ready to go. I can leave it running and then come back to it when it's done. And here we go. Here's me butterfly. Let it just do its rendering. Again, we can get all these files, previewed, etc. while it's doing this output file. I just can't do any of these things when I'm using Topaz in the past. It just slowed my computer down so much. It's just unbearable. Okay, so here we go here. Let me just zoom in on this butterfly. We've got it before, and then just look at the detail that's added, and it's back in focus, and it just looks crispy nice. Let me just go to this one here. Again, AI generated video files. It's going to show me the preview. So before, just look at the face, just a little bit blurred. Again, these files, they do look great when you're playing them on your phones, etc. But if you want to get them onto YouTube, you need to do some upscaling to make them look really nice. Just look at the difference. Now as well, if I wanted to do a bit of an edit on the colour, I'm not happy with it, the colouring in this, we can do this as well. Colouring changed, exposure changed. Let's get the exposure up. Contrast. Again, we can do this in Final Cut Pro, but you get the ability to do your edits first in here, and then bring them into Final Cut Pro or whatever editing software you use afterwards. So this one's still going. We're going to 7 minutes left to do the editing. Again, another thing it's been added at the moment is the HDR function. Now, it's not something I use, but I know YouTube does a lot of HDR files as well now. So if you're using HDR and you want to, get that HDR experience with your TV, we've got this experimental option in here. And then we can go to the export settings as well. Do we want it in MP4 or MOV? I use MOV. We've got the H.264 codecs and the newer one, H.265. But I always export in ProRes because that's just what Final Cut Pro likes, and Max, etc. It's all built around that, and it is a really good, nice file to work with. What else can I show you? We can also edit the crop as well if we want to. Turn this into a... Let me just have a go at this. I want to turn this into a just crop. Let's go for a 9:16 for TikTok or Instagram Reels, etc. It'll do the crops for you and then export it as a crop as well. If you're not happy, and let me just turn that one off. Again, if you're not happy with the way your things are shaping up and you think it's just adding a little bit too much detail, etc., we can dial it down with this function here. The strength of the applied edits, you can hang on, this image here or this video here will give you a good idea. So we've got the before and after there, as you can see. The detail, it just pops in. You cannot deny that it's doing an amazing job. And if you weren't happy, we can just dial it down at half if you wanted to. Some files may need a dial down, but on this occasion, we're going to keep it all the way up. I can only give you the advice on what I do with my editing. But, you know, you do need to try it yourself and you will not be disappointed. And again, for the price, it's a win-win. 165, it's more than half the price of something similar like Topaz, and you've got this for life.